Okay, we just got out of seeing Scream 7 in theaters, and so we're gonna review it now. But be warned, there is spoilers in this video.
Spoiler warning. Where to start? I think I liked the fact that they still find ways to keep it fresh while paying homage to the movies that came before it. I thought that this was a really good legacy movie that did like a good job of blending like nostalgia but also like new ingenuity. I thought the killer reveal was lackluster at best. They didn't have great motives. You're just kind of like, yo, who are these people? Yeah, I think that's it. I think best kills for sure was what was her freaking name in the movie? McKenna Grace.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. She got like disemboweled on stage. Either that one or his name's Lucas in the movie. One of the Ghostface took his head, put it on a tap with a spike on it, like a bar tap with a spike on it, and boom. And he leaned forward, and then blood and beer was just spewing out of his mouth, which I thought was awesome. It was great. It was like getting up there with like Final Destination types of gore, which I always love.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, some great kills. Pacing was super great too. Acting moments here and there, they had some like fluff, but I mean, listen, it's a horror movie, so like, how good can you get? You're not gonna win an Oscar for a horror movie unless it's like state of the art. But you're definitely not gonna win an Oscar for the 7th installment of a horror movie.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think I went into this with pretty low expectations, but I was thoroughly impressed.
Okay, so my thoughts on the movie is some of the characters, specifically Sydney and Tatum, their dynamic was amazing in the movie, but I feel like other than that, all the characters maybe just had 1 or 2 scenes before they were killed off and didn't get that much screen time. So it was honestly a little hard to care about them whenever they died or feel any emotion. But getting on to some of the things that were good about this movie, I think all the AI deepfake technology with Stu and bringing back Roman Bridger and Dewey, all that stuff was amazing. I think they did a really good job with that. And you can tell going into this that the director, Kevin Williamson, he wanted to make this based off of nostalgia, and he definitely accomplished that. Now getting on to some of the things that weren't as good, the Ghostface reveals, 2 out of the 3 killers were their psych ward patients that we barely knew at all. And the other one, Jessica, she just had an awful motive.
Yeah, she was like a super fan. She was like, I read your book and it changed my life. Yeah, it just was not like the most, it's not the best motive. She's like, oh yeah, it convinced me to kill my abusive husband and then also your son.
Yeah, that,
like,
the son did not do anything wrong in that
he didn't do anything
situation.
wrong.
Like, why do you care? Out of all people, why do you care if she's
Yeah,
traumatized?
it kind of like delves into a parasocial relationship, which is like never the best motive for anything.
But I think putting that aside, this movie is very well executed. Kevin Williamson did a good job with it. And I think specific moments, like whenever Tatum and Sydney like shot Jessica in the face at least 50 times, I thought that was an awesome moment.
Yeah, they shot her face off, which I thought was great.
Yeah, I loved that part.
To be honest, it happened so fast. I thought that there was going to be like a surprise twist.
Yeah.
But, I mean, listen, that was neither here nor there.
I thought that Carl, I thought he was going to be the Ghostface that comes back for one more scare. But no, he's a really throwaway character. I think overall, I'm going to say this movie is decent with some major lows that kind of bring it down towards the end. But aside from that, I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to say 7.5 out of 10.
I mean, I don't know. I really liked this one. I think, like, you had a lot of lackluster movies in the middle. And I think that this one really kind of brings, like, a fresh, new start. Yeah, maybe it's nostalgia from the legacy characters. Maybe it's, like, the fresh new twists. I mean, of course, there were some lackluster moments. Of course, there were some, like, parts where you were like, yeesh. But I mean, all in all, I think it was a very strong Scream movie. I'm gonna go with an 8.5.
I personally do not agree with all the critics saying that this is an awful movie, saying it's the worst one by far.
If you talk about it like that, you're talking about it not from a horror movie standard.
Yeah.
And if you're just talking about it from a horror movie standard, you have to lower your expectations a little bit. Obviously, there's not going to be any Oscar nominations, but it's not what they're going for. It's just something entertaining at the end of the day.
No.
This has been our review.
Goodbye.